Today we are finally fixing the mess that is our whole home backup generator. All right, first thing we need to deal with in here is getting this gas piping fixed and moved out of the way. And this this appliance connector here goes off the top and then out the corner down there to the backup generator outside. And so we're going to be removing all this, getting it tied back to the wall back there, and then we'll put the valve right there because our on-demand water heater is going to go right up in this area somewhere. And so we'll use that gas pipe for that. But we're going to connect the generator on the outside instead of from the inside. And here on the outside, we need to kind of fix this little area up. So there's our gas line coming out and hooked up to another appliance connector because it wasn't long enough, apparently. And then hooked up here to the gas pipe going into the generator. And this generator, it looks like it was just unboxed right on the crate. So they just slid the box right off the top and just kind of left it here. It's fine, it has been working fine that way, but we'll try to make a more permanent home for it with these patio stones. We'll still have to kind of clean up these pipes and other things over in this area, but we'll just kind of square it up and move it over onto the grass, get it off the patio. We're going to fix our gas piping. We're going to tee off of this regulator here. This comes from our propane tank that's sitting about 100 feet away here. And we'll tee off of this, we'll come down, we're going to tee off that way because that's our furnace is getting moved down to the other end of the house. So we're going to run eventually gas pipe all the way down there. And then we're going to tee off to this, and I'm going to come underneath the downspout, I think, and connect up to the generator. We'll see how that all works out. Let's get the generator moved first, and then we'll worry about the gas pipe next. So really only a few things that we're going to be using today. I have a couple pairs of channel locks, various sizes. These, I think this is actually a channel lock brand. I've had these things forever. Gosh, it's probably been 20 years I've had these or more. And these are just the hands down the best brand, I guess you could say, or style. So if you're getting channel locks, get the channel lock brand. And then also I have a couple different pipe wrenches. I think this is a 24 or 18 inch and a 12 inch. The bigger pipe wrench you have, the less, I guess, effort that you need to put in to turn in the pipe. But for 3/4 inch pipe and 1/2 inch pipe, 18 inch is even a little bit big. 12 inch is probably fine for 1/2 inch. And I like to use 18 inch on 3/4 inch. And then maybe get into a 24 inch pipe wrench if you want to get up to 1 inch stuff. Pipe wrenches, again, I've had these for about the same length of time, probably 20 years, and they have been doing me really well. So good quality tools will last you forever as long as you don't wreck them. The other thing that I do use is this pipe thread sealant. It's kind of a paste, and it comes with a little brush that you apply it to the threads. It's a lot easier than using the thread sealant tape. Especially when you're doing a lot of gas piping and things. So this is what I have found to be the easiest. This does two things. It actually does help to seal the pipe, but it mainly lubricates the threads so that you can get them nice and tight. well, we are making progress. Gas piping is all buttoned up. We've got everything put back together. I still have some clamps and things to put on so we can get this running straight here. It's just leaning down, so we'll clamp it to the wall up there. And I've got, I ran short on nipples here to put a drip leg in, and so I just plugged this one off for now. I'll have to go get a cap and a maybe 1 or 2 inch piece here next time I'm up at Ace Hardware, Home Depot. But the drip leg is here. I think it's code for any appliance. I'm not sure about in this particular case, but anytime you have gas coming through here, any dirt or debris or anything like that that gets in the line, it will kind of drop in here and get caught before it goes into your appliance and clogs up your gas valve. So those are code. You know, we always put those in before water heaters and furnaces, so I figured why not put one here. And also always have to have a union, of course, before your any appliances in order to get things connected. So I did have to reuse some of the old gas pipe. I don't have a threader, and so I can't cut custom pieces, and so I had to try to use everything that you know, these different pieces that I had left over from inside and outside here, and try to put everything back together and put this in just the right place where the pieces that I had would fit just right. So it did work out. I also put gas valves out here, so I do have a gas valve shut off right out here. I don't know if that's code or not, but I definitely wanted to have one so I could shut this off and detach the generator if I needed to switch it out or something like that. And then this one right here, we have a gas valve. This is going to run all the way over along the house to the furnace at the other end of the house here, but I'm going to do that at a later time. And just a tip, whenever you have these gas valves and you're going to use it later on, you want to make sure you put a plug in there in case somebody comes by and bumps this or something, and you know, all your dog or something runs through here and bumps this thing open, especially inside, because you don't want to accidentally, you know, leave something open and have gas coming out in your house. So not super happy with how far this ended up coming out, but I didn't have any shorter pieces to go in here. I had to reuse a piece. But this is just, it is what it is. This is as close and as far away as I could get it with the gas piping that I had. And so there's a 18-inch clearance here from the generator to the house. That's code, or at least what the manufacturer recommends for the generator. So the next thing I need to do is get out here. I'm going to turn the propane on at the tank, and then we're going to test for leaks. I'll show you how we do that, or how I do that. And then the only one I'm really worried about is this one right here. Because of the way this was bent in here with the tension of this tubing, I cross-threaded this the first time I put it on there, and I'm not sure if I wrecked the threads or not. If I did, it's going to be annoying because I'll probably have to call the propane company to get a new regulator, and I don't know how much that will cost. But so we're going to go through and test all the joints in here, make sure everything is good to go, and then we'll clean everything up and get it buttoned up and painted. So I'm going to test everything on the inside of the valves first. And I'm just going to wipe this off a little bit. And all I have is just a little cup. It has some soapy water in it and a broken paintbrush. And we're just going to slather that up on there. And if we have a leak, as soon as you get this on here, like that, you'll see bubbles start to blow. Those look good. Well, for now, that is going to be considered completed. I've got a little bit of touches to do around here. I need to fix the downspout, so that's going to have to come out this way. I'll have to do a flexible pipe or something, get around that. I tried to screw this in to put a bracket right here, and there's nothing behind this. I put a screw hole in there, and it just, I even put a 3-inch screw in there. It didn't bite on anything, so I'm not sure what's behind this siding. So I ended up putting one clamp back there, and then I'll probably try to get some bigger clamps and maybe put one here in the middle so I can get this supported up a little bit. It's pretty sturdy, but I'd like it to be nice and tight. Put that paint on there. This black pipe will rust. It's not really going to hurt it if it rusts. It just doesn't look very good. You know, this stuff could sit out here in the weather probably for 30 years before you'd really have any serious problem with the pipe. This black pipe is pretty thick, so it can take quite a bit of rusting. But this little backup generator has been a pretty good deal for us. It automatically comes on, so if the power goes out, it just pops right on and powers, you know, about half the circuits in the house, most of the important circuits. The greenhouse circuit is on this, so the heating system in the greenhouse, that will keep going in the wintertime if the power goes out. And some other kind of major things are on this backup generator, so it comes right on, runs on propane, and we have, you know, like 400 gallons of propane or something in that big tank that, you know, this thing will run for, I don't know how long it'll run on that, probably months. These pieces of electrical conduit here, this flexible conduit, I'm gonna probably trench this over a little bit and bury those as best I can and just kind of landscape this out a little bit better. That piece of tubing right there is the water piping that goes out to the barn, and that has a heat tape in it so that doesn't freeze. And those two little pipes there, those are from the water softener, and those are going to be moved soon when I do finish more of the renovations on the inside of that utility closet. So, and another project, and running that gas pipe from here all the way down to there-ish, somewhere, and that'll go through, that goes into our basement. It's over there, and that is where the furnace is going to go. So a little bit of work to do over there, and then we'll landscape this side of the house and get this all kind of tidied up a little. So happy to get this generator finally put into a permanent place and leveled out and gas piped in the right way and everything. So just happy to have this done. This generator is very important to us. We need it, especially because we have a sump pump that runs almost all year round and pumps water out of around the foundation of the house and stuff like that. And so we really need this backup generator to be reliable and to come on when the power goes out, even if we're not home, so that sump pump keeps running. And also the greenhouse. We don't want our plants to die out there. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and of course throw comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Subscribe if this is your first time to the SSL Family Dad channel. We have lots of DIY projects lined up, wood burning and wood cutting and gardening and growing things and fixing things and farming and whatever else you can think of that we could possibly do out here. So love to have you guys join us, and as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.